Hello everyone, it's me Josephin Sneha. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to share a structured plan about how to crack NET in the first attempt. Well, I cracked NET in the first attempt, so I've been often asked like, Sneha, what did you do? What are the tricks you followed? Can you share few tips, etc.? Which is why I thought like, why not make a detailed plan of it so that it will also be useful to you as well. Let's begin, shall we? Well, the first thing to do is familiarize with the syllabus. Yes, no matter whatever competitive exam you try, you need to be very thorough with the syllabus part. So you can go to the official website and download the syllabus. Since we are focusing on English literature, so go there, download English literature syllabus. Like take 2 printouts of it as told earlier. Like you can use the first one to stick it in the walls or wherever you often see it so that you will get familiarized with the topics mentioned. And the other printout, you can use it as a to-do list. As soon as you complete it, you can use it as a checklist and you can put a tick mark so that it will show how much you have progressed in this reading or studying journey. Second one is to be thorough with the literary periods and movements. Yes, if you have studied social history of England, history of English literature, you'll know very much like how each period is divided into different things. Romantic age, Victorian age, modernism, postmodernism, etc. So you need to be thorough with all the key events that happen there and also the authors who are authors' works that is associated with the particular age. Because you will very much know right now that whatever happens in the society gets reflected in the literature. Whatever is like written in the literature is reflected in the society. So you need to be thorough of it. Third one is literary genres. You should actually familiarize yourself with the various literary genres. For example, if you have a specific preference towards novels, you should not like completely put your time in reading only the novels, leaving the rest. Because like you know that while reading the history of English literature, you would know that there are like so many genres there. Poetry, fiction, drama, everything. So you need to concentrate on everything equally. You should know about everything. Fourth one is chronological order. So you should be able to remember all these works and the authors in the chronological order. So while studying itself, you study it in that way, it will be easy for you. If not, like for example, if you're studying Anglo-Saxon period now and then you'll be studying the works and then you're going for romantic age, then like after a particular period of time, you may not be able to remember, which is why the chronological order is very important. Also, if you notice, NTA is now very specific in asking the dates of publication, age of the writer, the time period they existed, etc. Because they know it's easier for us to get confused, right? So you need to focus on that. Next point is focus more on British literature. Yes, if you're watching this video, you probably would be like studying in your UG program or PG program. Whatever it is, like you would have like a basic foundation of the British literature in our syllabus itself. So you will know, use this as a basic foundation and start building on it. But just because I said focus on British literature, do not confine yourself to that and leave other literature. There are so many other literatures like Indian literature, American literature, African, post-colonial literature, etc. So you need to concentrate on that as well. Use British as a foundation or a basic because that's how we begin our journey. So with that, start working on it is important because only after that you'll know how to read a literature, how to cover particular author, age, etc. With that, start moving on to other literatures. Next one is literary theories and criticism. Often I get comments from people like theories and criticism is very, very difficult. But I'll tell you like this is what made me love this subject so much. Because like in order to get a 360-degree perspective of a work, you need to read the criticism and so on. And theories play a very major role, especially when you go for higher studies, etc. And also it plays a huge role in the question paper setting as well. So it's very important to read these. So you can begin with the allied paper, social history of England, history of English literature, then go for literary forms, then go to literary criticism. Like often like there will be like mention like then you can go on to theory. That is how a syllabus will be set. So then moving on to the theories, you should be familiar with structuralism, post-structuralism, feminism, Marxism, etc. Even though this will be mentioned in the books, you need to familiarize yourself with the contemporary theories as well. A lot of other theories, upcoming theories that is like emerging. You need to be thorough of that as well because if you see there will be questions based on contemporary knowledge of literature as well. So side by side, like try learning this and also be updated with the contemporary theories also. Next one is revision. Yes, as much as you study, you need to revise, of course. Because if you are a full-time aspirant, it's entirely different. You'll have an entire day to devote yourselves to studying. So you'll probably remember whatever you study. But if you are a part-time aspirant, if you're working, of course, you need to manage all the things, right? So in that case, you need to revise a lot. Even if you study like 10 to 20%, it's good to revise. Do not think like you're taking a longer time to revise compared to the full-time aspirant. It happens. So revision helps you a lot. So often revise, like kind of have weekly revision, monthly revision, etc. so that you can keep yourself familiar with the topics you study. Next one is speaking of books and resources. So go for standardized books. I always keep telling my students also to prefer original materials instead of going for the summarized version or the ones in coaching class. It's always best to go for original sources so that you know everything from the base, and also you know if the things that you are like attempting is correct or not. And also like it's good to trust the original sources. For example, for theories we have Beginning Theory by Peter Berry, and for literary terms we have M.H. Abrams. So this is very useful, of course. You can go ahead for this, not only for your preparation, like if you're opting this exam, definitely you will be joining for the role of assistant professorship. In that case, you can use this even for your teaching. I mean, this book was really useful for me for my PhD program. Also, when I was giving one-to-one consultation to PhD scholars, this book was very useful. So there are of course like a lot of other books that you can do. I think we need to make a separate video on this. So for now, let's stick to this. So go for standard books and resources. Another point is you should also be thorough with the literary terms and concepts. Of course, for this you can use this book very well. This will be very helpful because you have all the terms. Basically, we'll be familiar with symbolism, metaphor, allegory, etc. But there are other things apart from that. So you need to refer to this as well. Next one is develop a study schedule. Yes, you need to make a proper schedule. So first, like, think whether you are a full-time aspirant, or if you are a student or working, you're a part-time aspirant, or if you're someone who's going to study only on the weekends. So like make sure that you know the differences between all these, because proper schedule is really important so that it will help you to complete all the topics within the stipulated time. So we have 10 units, and not only this, we are focusing on paper 2, but we have something called paper 1. You need to focus on that. Please don't ignore first paper. This is like a common mistake everybody does. So they'll focus entirely on the second paper and then leave the first paper, or they'll think that maybe for the last 1 month I'll work on it. That's not the way. In that case, if you do it, you'll forget paper second. So always like make sure that you are preparing for English literature and then simultaneously working on paper 1. Then and there, like you can like divide all the topics, think that you can cover one topic today and the next topic today, ICT tomorrow. So in that way, if you divide, you'll be in touch with both the things. So it's really important. Do not ignore it. And that's all for today. So these are some of the things that I did. I thought it will be good if I share it with you so that you can try the same and try to crack UGC NET in 2023 December cycle. If you have any doubts related to UGC NET English literature, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll answer. So with that, we'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and make healthy choices. Bye.